Hi everyone, Joanne here. In this Stumble Upon video, we're going to talk a little bit about the interest categories that are on Stumble Upon. According to Stumble Upon, there are 512 interests, and these are they're just categories. That's all that they are. Stumble Upon has their own interest categories. You cannot add your own. You have to only discover posts under their predetermined categories, category interests. They call them interests, but they're like I said, they're just categories. So okay, so you can get to this page where you can see all of them. I'm assuming all 512 of them. It just keeps going on. It's in alphabetical order. You can get to this page by going to stumbleupon.com/discover/interests. And then it'll take you to this page. Okay, so what I would suggest you do first is start following some interests that you are interested in or that you blog about, that you write about, that's on your webpage, on your blog. You want to get involved in these interest categories by thumbing up and discovering posts within those interest categories that are beneficial to you and your blog. That way you are seen as a user, as a power user, as someone who is helping out that interest. So I would definitely suggest starting out by going to this page, going through some of the interests and following the ones that you are interested in and that you write about. You can also click on the recommended and also popular. I will say I don't really know how they come to these conclusions. I thought at first recommended was recommended maybe to each person individually, just going by what you like and what you thumb up and what you discover. But that's definitely not the case because there are things here that I'm not following, such as jewelry, that I never thumb up or discover, like jewelry. So I don't really know why this is in here. Same thing with gardening. I'm not following it, and I very, very rarely will I thumb up or discover something under gardening. So same thing with outdoors. I have discovered and stumbled some outdoor posts though. But like coffee, I don't drink coffee. I'm not following it. So I don't really know how they come up with recommended, but there's not that many listed here. So it might be worth it instead of going through the whole 512 if you don't have time, just going through this quick page and getting a few that maybe you like and that you can follow. Same thing with popular. I don't really know how they come up with these popular ones because there are other interest categories that have more followers. Take anti-aging, has 55,000. There are other interest categories that have hundreds of thousands that are not listed under popular. So I don't really know how they get to the popular ones. It may be that these are the interest categories that have a lot of activity, such as people thumbing up these posts or discovering these posts, or they're looking under these interest categories for blog posts. I really don't know. But again, there's not that many listed here. So you might want to just quickly go through it and you can follow the ones that you like. So going back to all 512, that's what I would suggest starting out with, going through this list and just following them. And then when you follow them, what will happen is when you are browsing web pages through StumbleUpon, that means you're clicking this orange button up here that says Stumble. What it's going to do is show you pages that you're following. And I'll show you an example. So I already have quite a few that I'm following. And I'm going to go ahead and just click the Stumbler button. Now, again, I'm on stumbleupon.com. I'm not using a toolbar. I'm not using the Chrome or the Firefox extension, which you can do. What I'm going to do right now, you can do that with the extension also. But right now, I'm just on stumbleupon.com. So when I go ahead and click the Stumble button, it's going to show me pages that fall under the interest categories that I am following. I don't think it actually tells you the interest category, but these are all ones that I have already followed. This one might be under animation. So if you want to go to the next one, you click Stumble. And they're going to show you a wide variety of interests. It's not just under one. You can look at the web pages under a particular interest. You would go right under here, right by this little pull down box, and it'll show you all of the interests. I have 97 interests. I can click on any of these and I'll be able to see posts in that interest category. Like let's do dogs. So now as I click the orange Stumble button, it's going to show me posts that have been discovered in StumbleUpon using the dog category. And I could just keep clicking Stumble and I'll just keep getting to those blog posts. Okay, so let's get back to where we were, which is right here. So, okay, so like I said, clicking the Stumble button is going to show you posts that are in that interest category. I wanted to show you something else. This is why in another video I said you need to be familiar with the interest category, categories. You don't want to just discover posts under anything. You want to see if there is any interest in that category and if there are any followers in that category. And you want to do that before you start discovering posts, because you want to make sure what you're discovering is going to be seen by the people who are interested. I want to give you an example. I have a seasonal and holiday blog. So naturally, I would post things under the holiday interest. But when you do a search for holiday or holidays, it comes up holiday, 0 followers. Roman holiday, I don't know where that came from, 0 followers. Holiday Inn, 0 followers. Public holiday, 0. Bank holiday, 0. Naturally, the one I would look for is holiday. But by judging by this, it has no followers. Why would I even put then a post under this category? It looks like no one would even see it. But when you go to the holiday interest page, it shows you that there actually are blog posts that people are submitting under this category. Now, if you look, you'll see that they're actually being discovered under something else. So again, I really don't understand why StumbleUpon does some of the things that they do. Here you go. Here's one: equestrian horses, riding horses. What does that have to do with holiday? I have no idea. Now, remember, it showed you there were no followers. But when you go ahead and click on followers, guess what we see? I'll give you one guess. We see followers. There are people that are following this interest category. But StumbleUpon shows you that there aren't any. So my point is, you have to do your own investigation. As I've said, I think in every video in this series, StumbleUpon tends to be very glitchy. Don't take anything at face value. Do your own research. Now, judging by this, honestly, I probably wouldn't put anything under the holiday category. It doesn't look like any pages are being stumbled directly to that category. They're all going under other ones. So I don't even know why these are being shown. So, and as far as followers, like I showed you, it showed 0, but now it's showing some. Just do your own research. Follow the ones that you're interested in, and then check them out and see if it's worth it for you to have your blog post discovered under that category. And I want to show you one more thing. I want to show you my favorite, and I say that sarcastically, my least favorite interest category as a blogger in StumbleUpon. And that has got to be this one right here, Weblogs. First of all, StumbleUpon, if you're listening, no one uses this phrase anymore. I don't think it's been used in probably over 10 years. I've been blogging for a very long time, and I don't hear anyone use this term. We say blogs. I blog. I'm a blogger. I have a blog. No one uses this. It needs to be changed. I personally find a lot of their interest categories to be completely outdated. Some of them don't even make any sense. They have categories for things that you wouldn't think that they would, but then they have categories that you think that they should have and they don't. So if I worked at StumbleUpon, the first thing I would do is I would go over these categories, because it looks like they did them when StumbleUpon was first created, and that no one ever went back and fixed them or updated them. I don't know. I just find so many here that just, to me, they just don't make any sense. Sexuality, sexual health, that can be combined. Sex toys, that can all go together under one. Shareware, you know what? You could put that under internet. I don't know. I just find that there's so many here that, and then there's other topics that you think should have one and they don't. So again, do your own research. Semiconductors, yeah. I love that this is an interest. I mean, couldn't this go into something else? But then there's other ones, like I said, that don't have an interest at all. So, yeah, that's my little rant about StumbleUpon. But, okay, so go to the webpage, stumbleupon.com/discover/interest. Check them out. Start by following the ones that you are genuinely interested in and that you blog about. And then be active within those interest categories by stumbling up posts, discovering posts within that interest category. Check out the interest that you want your post discovered under. I said in another video about how to discover posts. If you're maybe working with other bloggers and you're kind of, helping each other a little bit, you can recommend, hey, if you like this post, please discover it under this interest category, because that's where I think it would do the most good. So you don't just want your blog posts out there in like random interests categories that have nothing to do with it or that no one's going to see it under. So I hope this video was helpful for you. These interest categories really are the backbone of StumbleUpon, and although some of them may be outdated, some of them may make no sense, it's what we have to work with. So you want to work within those interest categories. If you have any questions about this, please feel free to leave a comment below the video. I will do my best to stop by and help you. And that's it, guys. Thank you very much, and I hope you have a wonderful day.